Happy draft night, Vol fans. Frank, House of Orange Sports channel coming at you. Got a surprising one here, actually. And this is Tennessee baseball, as it was announced that Tennessee has added a transfer pitcher for 2026. And I really can't say that I've seen this before, but it's kind of interesting. I'll talk about it here in a minute. Make sure you hit the like. If you know anybody that has not found the channel, share it out to them as well. And if you like the content and you have not already, hit that subscribe button. It is free. A lot of content's getting put out. You'll get those notifications when it comes on here. But Tennessee adds today Clay Edmondson. He is basically a sidearm or submarine pitcher, ever what you want to call it, from UNC Asheville. And he's not necessarily in the portal, but he's considered a grad transfer, so he can kind of do what he wants. But he's not, based on, I guess, what I'm reading, he's going to finish out the season with UNC Asheville. It looks to me right now like he may be their opening night weekend guy. He was out injured last year, came back this year, and he's only made 10 appearances on the year. He has started all 10 of them. He just made his first appearance around the 1st of February, actually. So, which coincides with pretty much the start of the season, I guess, if you sit here and think about it. But his numbers this year is 2.01 ERA. He's 5-1 in 10 appearances, 62 2/3 innings pitched, 48 hits, 17 runs, only 14 earned, 21 walks, 65 strikeouts. He's only given up 3 home runs. Opponents are hitting 217 off of him as well. And looking at his ERA along the way, last year he only made 1 appearance and went 2 2/3 inning. His season was done at that point. 2023, when he came into UNC Asheville, he had a 5.50. He come from Guilford, as a technical community college, I believe it is. If I go back and look at it here, but he's a guy as well. Says he can start or he can relieve. So Tony Vitello in Tennessee, they're already on this. They're already on it for next year because you're going to lose a lot of pitchers. This is the norm right now. And hopefully your freshmen come back. I know it's not going the way a lot of them probably envision coming in, but to me, it's more about, I don't know. I can't say because I'm not in their situation. I hope guys will be patient and, ride it out, see just where they're at. But again, this dude, he was a starter at Guilford Technical Community College, transferred to Asheville, said he had season-ending surgery last year. Now, here is the thing with him. We've seen this the last couple of years. We saw it with the dude from Wofford 2 years ago that was supposed to come in. He was drafted by the White Sox. The name escapes me right now off the top of my head. We saw it last year, Eric Radachak, who was coming from Niagara, first baseman, and he was pretty open coming in, said, if I get drafted, I'm not getting any younger, and my opportunities may not be there, so he took it. This guy, same boat. He'll be a grad transfer. He's considered a redshirt junior now, but apparently he's already graduated. So he can go at the end of the season. So I don't think you necessarily – I guess it would kind of be the same as portal, but it's being termed just, a transfer right now. Really don't think there's much difference in it, to be honest. But based on where this dude's at, again, and his numbers for this year, he is draft eligible. And a guy putting up the numbers he is, you got to think there's probably a real possibility he could get drafted and he never makes it to campus next year. But if he does, this looks like a good pickup. And of course, you look back to last year, sidearmer A.J. Causey. Tennessee had some pretty good luck with him. Now his last couple of outings were a little rough in the College World Series, but most of the year, I can count 4 times last year I thought he had rough outings. Georgia, Auburn, and then Florida State, Texas A&M with it. Other than that, Causey was really good last year. So Tennessee has had success with this type of pitcher before. And so that's where we're at with it. They're going to have a lot I mean, Doyle is going to be drafted. Probably Phillips, Sneed, Franklin. I mean, I think there's good chances on that. And I'm normally surprised if a guy comes back. I know NIL has changed things a little bit because it surprised me last year when Hunter Ensley just immediately said, I'm coming back. Leads me to believe he probably made a lot more in NIL money than he would have made if he would have been drafted. And, too, the thing with Ensley, maybe he increased his draft stock coming up this year, but the one difference for Ensley is he has no negotiating power when it comes to his bonuses this year. He has no eligibility. He's going to have no negotiating. He's going to have to sign for what they offer. And I would say it's going to be significantly less than had he been drafted last year. But maybe he made up for it with NIL because I think he did pretty good on that more than likely. But looking at Tennessee's pitching as well, I mean, I mentioned 3 guys there that pretty good possibility they're going to get drafted. Guys in this program, once they're eligible, for the most part, you're going to see them go along the way. I could see, looking at, I don't have date of births up on it, but if I looked at, the pitchers here right now, and I'm not counting portal because you could always see that. Doyle could go. Banky, I don't know that Banky right now would. Arvidsson's going to be draft eligible. He's a redshirt sophomore. Sharman would be draft eligible. Pretty much any of your JUCO guys, I believe to be are. Let me see who. Of course, Sneed. Not sure about Thomas Crabtree. He's listed as a sophomore, so he may have some eligibility left. And Austin Breedlove, if he continues doing what he's doing, he's a junior. Could he be a guy? Marcus Phillips is one. Ryan Combs will be draft eligible. I don't see it with him. Austin Hundley, draft eligible. I don't see it there either. Of course, A.J. Russell. How do I forget him? He's going to be drafted this year as well. Just going down the line. Mentioned Tanner Franklin as well. So Tennessee's going to lose a lot of guys pitching. You're going to lose. I've talked about the lineup last night. You've got your 7 guys: Ensley, Chapman, Curly Keelan, Fisher, Bargo, Peebles. I expect all 7 of those guys to be drafted. So I know some of these freshmen are not getting the playing time that they're wanting this year. They're getting, but they don't know. Probably don't know from one game to the next who's going to get it. A Grimmer, a Clark. Some of these guys. Of course, Clark is a freshman too. There's going to be ample opportunity for all these guys next year to probably play all the innings that they want to play. And I know there's got to be frustration this year. I'm frustrated watching some of it for them. But patience, I truly believe if they'll have the patience, and it's easy for me to sit here and say, whether it's a fielder or some of these freshman pitchers, there's going to be lots of opportunity next year. And, maybe sometime, and I would venture to say you look at a lot of these guys who have been in the program a few years, they would probably tell you there's been some frustration on their parts along the way too. And how many of these guys are happy if they stuck it out? Something to keep in mind. It's always easier to think, the grass is greener on the other side as far as these things go. But sometimes you wait it out a year, put that off-season work in, all those things leading up to next year. You've got that year of familiarity, and you're good to go. I think this Tennessee baseball team, barring that they don't have, these portal departures, will be really good. Again, it's just with this program right now, it's reload. Excuse me on it. There's no rebuild with it. It is strictly reload moving forward. But that's all I got for you on this one. Kind of looking around some portal. Of course, there's been football portal news. Kind of look at some basketball. It was announced Darling Stone Dubar is entering the portal. He doesn't even have eligibility left. So I'm kind of puzzled on a lot of these guys that are entering that are out of eligibility. I don't know if they're planning on a 5-year rule and then they must know something we don't. I'm not thinking any of these guys get eligibility, even if that 5-year rule passes, but maybe there's something they know that I don't along the way. Keep you posted on that. But have a great rest of your evening. Frank, House of Orange, last but not least, go Vols.